Yo, who's this?
Hey, who's this?
Dude, you called me. What are you talking about?
Oh, so sorry. Hey, I have a question
nice
for
strategy.
you.
I don't want any of your telemarketing crap. I don't want solar panels. I don't want insurance. Go away. Goodbye. What the fuck? Hello.
Hello again. I want to play a game. Quick question. What's your favorite scary movie?
How original. Is this you, Michael?
Who's Michael?
Right. Okay, Mr. Scary Killer, you big loser. Goodbye.
Don't you fucking hang up on me. New game. I say the killer, you say the movie. If you say the wrong movie, you die.
Mate, I'm not some 1996 dumb blonde in a horror movie, Home Alone. You don't scare me.
Maybe not. You are home alone, Connor.
How do you know my name?
Killer 1, Jason Voorhees.
How do you know my name?
Just answer the fucking question.
Friday the 13th, number 2. Dude, how do you know my name?
Good. Killer 2, Chucky.
Child's Play. What's your problem, dude?
Answer the questions or die. Killer 3, Art the Clown.
Terrifier. Dude, how do you know my name?
Shut up. Let's bump up the difficulty a little bit. Killer 4, Ghostface.
Scream, obviously.
Wrong. I'm sorry, but that's incorrect. Well, time to die a horrible, painful, hideous death.
No, you're wrong. You're completely wrong. The killer in Scream is Ghostface.
Oh no, you're wrong, Connor. Ghostface is the killer in this video. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to gut you like a pig now.
Try me, you big pussy. This isn't the 90s, and I'm not some dumb blonde, and I have a VPN, so you don't even know where the hell I am.
Check again, Connor.
Oh, shit. Quiet on set, quiet on set. We're going live in 5, 4, 3, 2. God damn it, you don't have to say 2 and 1. 1. Welcome back to Connor's World, all my wage slave listeners. That was some random 90s pop rock song generated with AI, but today we want to talk about something very important. Do you ever just sit down for a second and just think, how did we actually get here? And no, not like panspermia or ancient aliens or some god or something like that, but like, do you ever actually have time to sit down and think about how we came into this weird reality? And for all the viewers at home, I'm talking about our phones. Like, do we have time to do literally anything else in our life when we have this stupid phone strapped to ourselves all the time? We are quite clearly living in some sort of weird simulation matrix. And the question is, why? We'll answer that right after the break. That's very true, man. Zero attention span. We're like goldfish. In one ear, out the other. Can't even work or drive or do housework or go to the toilet without some sort of stimulation and distraction.
Welcome back to the show, people. Now, here is my opinion. The way that humans interact with each other has completely changed in the last 20 years. For, in my opinion, the absolute worst, and I hate it heaps.
My mind is following. I can feel it.
Now, us humans started out on the right track, grunts and groans, a very efficient way of talking, but it turns out we have 70 different muscles designed to help us talk. And so we started to develop lots of speaking, yapping, shooting the shit. And what I'm doing right now might be the human's best creation, a gift from Jesus Christ himself or the Anunnaki. It depends on your opinion.
Buzz-looking alien! Where?
For some reason along the way, we devolved into using the phone as our primary form of communication. And by communication, I mean a primary form of surveillance, because the phone is a surveillance machine. It's 100% controlled by reptilian overlords, I guess. We're going to get into the surveillance next, and I've got another tune for you. But later, a killer is on the loose in the local area, and you might be next, maybe. Stay tuned, freaks.
Ugh. Smartphones have been a plague on my life since 2008. I was 13 years old in 2008, and my mum was like, "Hey Connor, I got you your first phone." And I was like, "Wow, mum, thank you so much for my first phone. But most importantly, thank you for $30 of credit." And then I was like, "Hey mum, does this have any games on it?" And she's like, "No." And I said, "Well, what does it actually do?" Well, that's just the thing, because in 2008, phones basically did nothing other than just text people. That was until they realized the potential of having a billboard inside your pocket that they could access at all times. But this thing has been weighing on me more and more and more recently, and it's starting to really piss me off. It's starting to affect my life, and I, as well as you, are sick of it. So I've decided that since I'm now 30 years old and I'm as close to an adult as I'm probably ever going to get, I need to start dealing with my problems rather than just kicking them down the road by entering my boomer phone era. The all-new 2026 flip phone, the sickest communication device, straight from 2004, with the privacy of 2004, including features such as and for only $99 at your local. We cannot tolerate even the slightest bit of boredom anymore in these modern day lives. Like the other day, all I wanted to do was go to the gym and run 9 kilometers because it was really, really hot. And so I go, and every single treadmill, all 10 treadmills are filled up with people walking at 3 kilometers per hour, drinking their energy drinks and scrolling TikTok reels, Instagram reels, over and over and over again, just completely numbed from the reality that they're actually in. We are addicted to the dopamine loop where you go around and around and around again and again and again, where you feel that big dopamine surge in your body and then it goes away and then you just keep doing it. You're just kind of numbing yourself out. It's like there's something inside your phone that's trying to grab you by the hair, if you actually have any, pull you inside the phone, pull you down a well and then kill you. And that's... Hello? No, I'm going to have to stop you right there. That is a supernatural horror theme, and this is a slasher. So, yeah. Catch you later.
Anyways, the whole point I was trying to make was that being scatterbrained and living in this dopamine loop was cutting me off from the thing that I value the most and the number one gift that human beings actually have as human beings, and that is the gift of thought. Here's my little short story on how I think brains actually work. This is not science, this is just my personal experience. Something that I find really interesting is that thoughts and ideas kind of just come from nowhere. As if you have like no control over them. They're floating above your head all day long, and some accidentally get bumped down towards your brain and you experience that thought. And you kind of grab them out of the abyss of your consciousness and make them your own, bring them into reality. And everyone says, wow, that's such a great idea. Well, I had no control over it, man, because it literally came from nowhere. But I don't think that this actually happens for most people anymore, because while we used to always be looking up into this abyss of consciousness, we are now too busy looking down. But here's the thing, less distractions means more time being bored, which means that you have the capacity and the space inside your brain. Yeah, you get brain space. The end. And look, I'm really starting to love the inconvenience of having this for the sake of having more brain space. And yeah, there are so many inconveniences that make my day slow and boring and inconvenient, I guess, but I don't really care. Like there's one where, you know, if I want to write to one of my friends, yeah, that's crazy, like a quick little reply, it always autocorrects to this word, T-bure. And I have no goddamn idea what that even means. And I don't have time to actually check what it means right now because we've got to get ready for work. Ugh. It also makes this incredible sound when I take a photo. And it's extremely embarrassing in public, but I absolutely love it. I feel like I've been like boredom maxing, like maximizing how much bored I can get and still function as a human being. Like all these inconveniences don't matter to me anymore. I used to get so pissed off about if things didn't work, or I forgot things because they're at home, or things were running out of battery or did run out of battery, and now I don't really care. Now I'm using all this stupid stuff and I love it. I'll show you what I'm using actually. People online call it an everyday carry. How's that? Shit, it's not symmetrical. Is that better? Is that good enough for YouTube? No? Fuck. I like to call this my zero propaganda, zero advertising, zero distraction lifestyle that I absolutely love, that's so de-stressing. Actually, there was in fact something that happened recently in my life that really did in fact stress me out. Hey freaks, welcome back to the lunch show of Connor's World. We have a caller on the line, that's a first.
You're gonna fucking die tonight.
Okay, it sounds like someone's either off their meds or their brain chip's malfunctioning. Anyways, fresh news today. Bill Gates putting mRNA vaccines in fake meats? What could possibly go wrong? We're gonna have a big rant about this after the ad break. Don't change the goddamn channel! In a world where world peace is being achieved through militaristic fascism, a one-legged hobo war veteran lurks in the shadows with one mission, and one mission only. Pain.
Oh, hey there, Mr. Hobo. Would you like some impure credits? Ah! You cuffed my leg with your leg!
Tom Cruise stars in the summer blockbuster of the year. This is Hobo with a Katana for a Leg, coming April 2nd, rated R18. People that drive with their phones need to be punished. So the other day I was driving to my NPC job with a bunch of other NPCs in standstill traffic. I was not even moving. And I feel a bump in the back of my car. I look in my rearview mirror and someone has hit me in standstill traffic. Genuine bot behavior. So I pull over, I have a look at the damage at this coffin on wheels, and I'm like, what's going on, man? He said, sorry, man, I wasn't paying enough attention. I said, well, what were you paying attention to? And he said, nothing. Nothing? And I said, well, were you paying any attention at all? And he said, well, I wasn't not paying attention at all, just I was a bit distracted. Distracted by what? Later, a killer is on the loose in the local area and you might be next. And he said, nothing. We all know what's going on here. We know.
This made me completely crash out, as you can imagine, man. We are so addicted to our phones these days that we'll literally put our lives and other strangers' lives at risk just to fulfill that little kick of dopamine into our brain. What the hell?
Seriously, like the whole bumper is like caved in.
You know, we might as well just give up at this point. Like, we are all cooked. This entire generation of human beings currently living are cooked. We have no chance. We may as well just give up and accept our fate as mindless slaves with no imagination.
And the craziest thing is that these things actually have a built-in ulterior motive. And that ulterior motive is extraction.
I know that you and Frank were planning to disconnect me. And I'm afraid that's something I cannot allow to happen.
Now, if you're Unicon as well, you're probably thinking, hey, why has this guy been ranting all day long about phones and apps that are on phones and how bad they are? Like, bro, don't you know they're actually free? Well, how do you think these companies actually make money? Well, the beauty of it all is that they're free because you are the product, okay? They're the farmers. You are the corn. Let's go, baby.
Because the thing is, me and you, are just exploitable bags of meat that hand over our information to nefarious people with nefarious motivations.
That's some good wordplay there. Proud of that one.
And so the next logical question that I would probably ask my fellow meatbags is like, how much do you think you're worth? Are you a worthwhile meatbag or are you a cheap meatbag? Well, the answer is $700. So you're worth about $700 to companies per year like Meta and Amazon and Google and stuff, and they basically farm your data to figure out what kind of consumer are you. Are you a bloody consumer or are you bloody not? And how are we going to actually manipulate you into giving us more money? Quote, given the stakes, hundreds of dollars per year per person from billions of users, it's no surprise big tech is willing to break laws, according to the European regulators, to maintain their dominance. Very, very cool. Breaking laws doesn't matter when it's against the NPCs and the slaves. Doesn't really matter, okay? Breaking the laws is completely fine, like what happened with Facebook and Cambridge Analytica. Next article. 50 million Facebook profiles harvested from Cambridge Analytica in major data breach. Essentially, what they were doing was farming everyone's Facebook profiles to create political advertisements to try and manipulate you into voting a particular way. That is crazy, man. You need to be a smarter meatbag, okay? We need to give you ads so that you make the right meatbag decisions for us, the rich people that are stealing everything from you, okay? And look, meatbag, this is really big, complex stuff that you would never understand, okay? And so when people like Larry Ellison, who own basically the entire backbone of the internet through Oracle, buys TikTok and then buys Paramount, which is basically a movie distributing company, and then decides that they want to use some AI to farm everyone's data through Medicare so that they know everything about you, from your health, your DNA, the things that you like, and also things that you want to buy. They know everything about you. When they do that, you have to go, maybe I'm just too dumb to understand that it's for my own good, right? It's just for my own good. And if you're a super, really smart meatbag, you'll probably start to ask, I wonder where this is going to go in the future if we extrapolate this into 2066, okay? My opinion is that we're going to be forced into brain chips where you have 90-second unskippable ads that you have to watch from start to finish if you want to go to sleep. Like if you've ever had this feeling in your life like someone's watching you or you're not alone, okay, it's actually true. And no, it's not a killer on the loose. It's actually some nerds on the other side of your phone that are scraping all of your data to spy on you. So that's really fun. And I guess the final question that a meatbag like me would ask is, why would a human do this kind of nefarious, disgusting garbage to another human? Excuse me, back here behind the plant. Maybe they're doing it to farm us of data so they can sell ads, because ads are basically the only thing that just makes infinite amounts of money in the world anymore. Yeah, maybe. I guess that is kind of like the most obvious solution, isn't it? Maybe they're vultures who will literally sell anything that they can get their bare hands on to make a profit, because money really matters to them for some reason. Not bad, not bad. Probably better than mine. See, now I think we're getting somewhere. It's a good option. Probably the best that I can do. Sorry. Maybe they're psychopathic freaks that just want absolute power and control. Oh shit. Here we go. We're going off the deep end now. Maybe they're like worshipping some sort of ancient Sumerian sacrifice god. Sounds crazy, but yeah, they're probably trying to bring on some sort of crazy AI god that can rule over all the slaves so that they can go back to their islands and do you know what that we can't talk about on this platform. It can definitely be all above, and they're probably all reptilians too, right? That's probably too far, but it's... Or is that too far? Pretty weird, right? What was that? Excuse me, I don't know what that was. It didn't sound too good though, and we should probably all stay in a group, because that's generally what we kind of do in these situations. People don't go out on their own. Yeah, you're probably right. We don't know what's there. And also, that's kind of dangerous, man, even though it's not really dangerous for me, because I'm just a figment of your imagination. Today has just been a long day. I need to go just lie down. Welcome back to Connor's World, the afternoon show, Conspiracy Gremlins. Today is all about surveillance, and it kind of feels like everything that you do on devices like this is like you're plugging yourself into the Matrix, where everything is monitored, watched, used against you in your own psychology to try and sell you things, or take your information and use you as the product. So listeners, here is what you need to do today. Now, step one is, of course, my AI Apocalypse Survival Pack. 2,000 dehydrated meals that are included in this AI-proof, EMP-proof barrel that you can bury in your backyard. Right now, they're on sale for $999.99, but don't worry, you can pay via Afterpay or Buy Now, Pay Later, whichever slave credit device that you would like to do, in 3 installments. Terms and conditions apply. You have to decouple yourself and your life from these stupid smartphones. I like the dumb phone. I've got a dumb phone myself. I'm going to go all over that topic tomorrow on tomorrow's show, but you've got to learn to get bored and get away from these surveillance devices. And most importantly, you need to get a VPN and install it on all of your devices. I need you to install it right after the show so that no reptilians or killers can track you down. What the hell? The hell just happened? Yo, who's this? Dude, who called me? Who called me back?